Hello and welcome to PPR Esports. This is PC Division 2, Austria. As the drivers are getting underway for their qualifying lap, it will be a 50% race. They will have a short period, 18 minutes to qualify. I'm going to go down to the track. My name's The Biggles and I'm joined this evening by Jim Bob in the commentary box. Thank you very much, Jim Bob.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
As we are going down to the track right now. Sorry, I might have had some music going in the background there at the start as I was talking. Might have been a little annoying. So, yeah, Jim Bob, do you want to read through? We don't have any screens of the standings, unfortunately, to show you graphics there. But Jim Bob, you want to give us a little update on what's happening with the current standings?
Kiddo. So, this is the Division 2 race, and in first position, who is also racing today, is BTFU. Second place is Stripium. Third place, Stealth Justin. Fourth, Mikau. Fifth, Becky B. Sixth, Totally 06. Seventh, Dragonbone 81. Eighth, CSTM. Ninth, Curvix. 10th, Haran. Henners, there we go.
Henners.
11th, Henners, yeah. 11th, Maxena. 12th, Sky Bits. 13th, Romicon. 14th, X Max Mean. 15th, Racer 33. 16th, Red Hornet. 17th, Skyward Atlas. 18th, Lap God. 19th, Kermit. 20th, Max Penner.
There you go.
So Max Penner is in 12th in the qualifying, so he is racing today as well as Racer 33.
What's the difference between the top two at the moment?
I don't know. They don't.
Don't know? Okay, that's fine. So Henner's going to be the first one almost to cross the line and set a lap, and he didn't, unfortunately. He's just swung off at the last minute and entered into the pits. Let's see if Mikau can do anything about it. He's setting the fastest second sector, and he's going to cross the line and be one of the first drivers to set the time. He should easily be up into P1 at the moment. And there it is, a 102.9 for the cow. Going faster. Let's have a look, P4 at the moment. Position 4, that's Becky B. Let's see what Becky B could do on his lap. Oh, he's invalidated at his lap. Sorry, Becky, that's the Williams driver. Let's go to P6, that's BTFU. Current championship leader, I believe, and he's invalidated his lap. So we're going to see a lot of that invalidation, aren't we, Jim, around Austria?
Yeah, it's a fairly interesting track. I'll give it to that. Because you do have the many corners. I think the main one that people will be struggling with is maybe turn 6 to turn 7, and then involving turn 8 as well. That may be where the invalidations come as people try to push the car to the absolute limit, as we have Strifium coming into the pits currently.
Yeah, P2 in the championship. There's hell out there, Tiger Bill. Shout out there. Tiger Bill's a supporter of Strifium.
Not Stiff, Strifium.
Stiff. He wrote
PG.
Striff. So I just copied that. I got some new penalty overlay graphics to try to test out here. I'm going to try to put this thing on performance mode. It's killing my computer. Hopefully that'll
currently
work.
have Mikau, as you sort that out, in first position with a 102.9. Currently, there is only Max Penner that is on mediums. That might be an interesting one due to the fact that there is only 12 drivers. He may be going for the fact that many of them are pretty much guaranteed to stick onto that same tire set. So he knows he's going to be in there. And I just lost connection to Steam.
Oh no, I had that earlier. Let's hope that doesn't occur to some of the drivers as well. Who's on an outlap? We've got car 10. But let's keep on board at the moment with race at 33. As we just see Mr. Jim Bob, hopefully we'll be back in a minute once the Steam issues sort itself out. So let's see what the Williams driver of racer 33 can do. He's got personal bests, 15.9 first sector. Where is he going to complete? Second sector time's also a personal best, 28.8. And he's crossing the final corner. He didn't invalidate the lap, which is good. Should improve on his time. Let's see how far further up into the grid top slots he can get. As he did cross the line and actually remained in P4. You got a...
You should put yourself at private. I can't join.
Sorry?
You put yourself as private, didn't you? So you're not on my list.
Oh, I did.
So I can't join.
Yep, let me just fix that for 1 second so that you can rejoin. I'll just send you an invite. If I can. Oh, that is crazy slow. Oh, I can't. Every time I try to select it, it goes away. Right.
Apologies for the technical.
Chewing up my resources on my computer big time. So, who's on a time at the moment? Hennis is not, let's say, time, so we're going to go on board. Did you get the invite?
I have not. Shit. Okay, let me because I can.
We're on board with Hennis, as hopefully Jim Bob can jump back in and join us in a minute there. Hennis is currently in P10, setting no time. And if he crosses the line and does not invalidate, let's see where Mr. Hennis can get up to. P2, very good lap there. Back to who is currently on a hot lap as well. That's Dragon Ball. And Macau goes even faster at the moment on the first lap, first sector. Oh, these other drivers are too far back. This is McLaren driver, P10. That's BTFU. He's boxing. P6 at the moment. That is the Red Hornet, as he is approaching the final third sector, setting personal best 15.8. However, Macau trumped that with a 15.7, but Macau still into the second sector, as Red Hornet's into the third sector here right now in the Alfa Romeo. Crossing the line should definitely improve on his time as well. Is he going to slot into? As we got, no, he did not. His telemetry is very slow at showing that one. Oh, and Macau's invalidated his lap, so he was looking pretty pacey. You in the session yet, Jim Bob?
No, I haven't got your invite.
Let me get off the... I'll be online so you can see me. Alright. Who else is sitting at time here at the moment? Gauzy Egg has not set a time and about to start his lap. Yes, he did set a time actually, 105.1. Nobody's showing any improvement at the moment. Tiger Bill says, come on Striff, stop holding up in the pits, as he's still sitting in the pits at the moment alongside BTFU Otic, because the X, I don't know, Henderson's in the box, Macau's in the box, so Becky B's on for a lap, but not really improving at the moment. The Williams driver, perhaps just a warm-up lap, getting out of the way anyway for Dragon Ball. It's P11, so Dragon Ball's going to improve on his time, and yes, he does. Well, that's actually set his first time, I believe. So that would be a 103.3, slotting into P4. What's up, Jim Bob? Still in him?
Nope, I am getting session. What is this?
Is this having issues again with Steam? It was just on a hot lap. The Mexican Penna. He about to cross the line. See if we can do anything about his improvement. Yes, he will. That's the Renault driver, slotting up into P8. So an improvement's good, but still 1.4 seconds off Macau's current provisional pole. See if we can throw a little overlay up on the screen there. If I hit the right button. See the gap to leader there. Comes up. Because the YouTube feed is a little delayed. There's the gap to leader. It's not actually going to show. So, not during qualifying. Is this an Australian league? No, I don't believe so. Not quite sure. You can check out the website there for more information. Let's restart the game, I think, or restart Steam there, Jim Bob.
It's going to be a that case, isn't it?
The audio game does not seem to be very loud for some reason. I have no idea why.
Because I'm whispering, because I don't want to be on stream.
Huh. It's okay.
Trying to
I don't know why I can barely hear the game.
sound like I...
Stop whispering. Oh, Mexican Pendant's just gone straight into what looks to be turn 3. What else is he improving at the moment? Stryfium, there he is. Finally out. And he's off the side of the road, letting some of the faster cars go through at the moment that are on their hot laps. Where those cars up ahead there, it looks like W11 here. W11. That's P3, that's Henna's. And C39 that's up ahead. So I'm just reading out the information that's on my telemetry. That's the Red Hornet a little further up. So the Red Hornet, apart from the McLaren, that's going to cross the line up ahead of BTFU, starting his flying lap. See if the Red Hornet can do anything about it. Setting fastest personal best, second sector. It's going to cross the line. Goes up 1 position gained. A couple of the other drivers have invalidated their lap there. Stryfium has invalidated his lap, so he's boxed. Let's go to an out lap. Maxi B is starting his out lap now. Well, his time lap. Other drivers on track at the moment have invalidated or they're not improving. So we'll see if the Hornet can hook it up.
You're only allowed 2 spectators, aren't you?
Yeah, but it's not full.
The other guy you said was spectating.
Yeah. Oh, but because you dropped out a spectator, you should be fine. Jump in.
But if he's taking my place...
But you could dropped out. That means there's still a spectator slot available, I believe. You can message him if you want. It's Kermit. See what he says. I think he's not in the race, so just check with Kermit if you can bring you in there, so help you sort that out. As Maxi B crosses the line. No, he doesn't. Maxi B actually starts his flying lap again. Where are we? I'm a little confused in the track right now. Yeah, here we go. Timing's just very slow to update. A lot of drivers are invalidating their laps, as you would expect around Austria. This is why we're going to see time penalties. That's why I had to bring a little time penalty graphics with us package this evening, so that hopefully that will work and I will be able to pull up that information so that we can see the penalty information for the drivers. I do have it on my telemetry when it updates. However, I'd like to show you on the screen as well. And Maxi B's boxing. So Otik is warming up his car, getting ready for what's going to be ultimately his last lap, I would presume. He's not going to get in unless he boxes and gets back out again. We're going to go Becky B at the moment, because Becky B's got some serious pace. Becky B is now on his flying lap in the Williams, currently P2, just almost 2/10 down on Macau. But at the moment, fastest man on the track, 1:15.745. Go show you how close he is to Macau. Macau's fastest sector 1 was a 1:15.749. So 3,000th, if my math is correct. 4,000ths of a second. My time is very slow to update the second sector time. He's going to cross the line here. See if Becky B can do it for provisional pole. No. Second sector made a little bit of a mistake, cost a little bit of time. 8 thousandths per second cost, actually, in the second sector. That's when you know he's got some ground to make up. But I think time is not going to be on his side. He has to get back to the pits and get those fresh boots on and get back out. It's going to be a tall order. And he's going slow on the moment anyway. He doesn't want to compromise what looks to be the P9 position of Red Hornet. Going personal best there for the Red Hornet. 15.7. 9.6. Just a little bit slower than Macau's first sector time. So he's going to certainly bring it. So I would say a top three at the moment if he can hook up second sector here. As he's going to cross into the third sector now. Hopefully the timing will update for me very soon so I can get an idea of the second sector time, which I'm not getting currently at the moment, unfortunately. I should actually have pulled that up on the telemetry. It doesn't matter right now. Let's have a look. Oh yes, a little bit off the pace in the second sector. That's where drivers are losing it. Now around the final corner and spins actually. Oh, and that's Red Hornet completely out. A little bit too fast. Already invalidated the lap before he went slamming into the wall. So a bit of work for the Alfa Romeo team to do. And I'm going to put up actually that telemetry lap data so that we can see who else is on a flying lap at the moment. That's F. I'm quite sure if there is anybody else really. AT is about to start. That's Racer 33. About to start his last lap. Also up ahead there of Dragon Ball. So Dragon's going to be the first one to cross the line, I would have to say. Now, because he's not going to be enough time to get another lap in. Nobody will get enough time to get another lap in. Sorting the F1 stuff out. Not sure if Jim Bob's with us at the moment. Just trying to resolve those issues he's having. So, the Racing Point driver of Dragonbone. At some pace at the moment. The second sector is looking very good for him. A little bit slower through the first sector. That might cost him a provisional pole at the moment. Hooking this upright. No, he does it and slides. He's going to smash into the pit lane. There's another one that we're seeing. That's unfortunate for him. Let's go further back behind to Macau, who now setting the fastest second sector. Might improve on this time at 102.9. Actually manages to keep it out of the wall, unlike the other drivers. And there he is. Goes further up. Yeah, sorry, a little faster there. 102.777. So almost 4 tenths quicker. Who else further down the track here is going to... I think that's it, actually. Strifium has already crossed the line into P7. And the BTFU crosses into P4. So that'll be it. I think we also lost our commentator of Jim. Yeah, unfortunately there's too many technical issues, so Jim won't be joining me in the commentary box anymore this evening. But that's okay. So the Aussie does it again, setting P1 in the AlphaTauri 102.7, as you can see. Followed by Hennes. There's 3 tenths down. It's a good job for Hennes, getting up there in a good qualifying performance. Becky B, BTFU, Dragonbone, Maximum B, Otic, Strufium, Red Hornet, Mexican or Mexico Penna, Gauzy Egg, and Racer 33 round out your top 10. So we'll be at top 12. My apologies. Take a little break here and we'll get ready for the racing to be underway. Yeah, sorry guys, at the moment we seem to be having some migrating host issues. So, yeah, as you'd expect, we do this every once in a while with Codemasters. The guys will be definitely sorting this out as quickly as they possibly can. So, yep, I will keep you updated. We'll just keep this on the screen at the moment because there's nothing else to see apart from just waiting for players loading. So, as soon as we get something, we'll be back. Thanks for hanging around and having patience. We'll hopefully back as soon as we can. Alright, we're back somehow. I'm not quite sure if we are back. We have people leaving the session. So, we'll be definitely creating a new session again. Sorry, my apologies. We'll stick with us. We'll get this sorted and we're back to action very soon. Hey guys, so the new lobby is being created. As soon as they sort out the starting grid, we will be underway again soon. So don't go anywhere. Shouldn't be too long.
Default setup is bad everywhere.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hello.
Oh wait.
Hello.
Why do you have a stream?
Well, welcome back. And issues have been resolved. The new lobby is back up. I think they've organised all the driver positions to be where their qualifying positions were. So hopefully we will be actually getting underway in Austria for PPR Esports Division 2. I may have another gentleman joining me in the commentary box for a little bit. Very late for him. We'll see if he can do it or not. Otherwise, I'll wing it all by myself. I just have to keep an eye on the Discord. See if he can join me. Who's your predictions out there? We know Tiger, you're a Stryfium fan. Who else? Let us know your driver favourite, or even your predictions of who will win this race. Also, predictions for who will receive the most amount of time penalties.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? It's Burb. So the race is just about to get underway. You can join on me, I believe,
Okay.
in the session. Hopefully it's not locked. They had lobby glitches here, so. Well, actually, are they going to do a formation yet? Yep, thankfully. Yeah, I believe you should have not a problem in joining on me. I'll see you online.
Okay.
Thank you very much for jumping in absolutely last minute. No planning whatsoever. And if you're tired too, you don't have to do the whole thing. Can you boost your mic a little bit? It's really, really low. I've got you at maximum. Give us a test.
Test. Hello.
Okay.
Better?
Yeah, that's better. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is PPR Esports. PPR Esports, this is the PC Division 2 in Austria, which you come in as a spectator. We've got 12 drivers on the grid. We got, you know some of these drivers. We got Macau, who qualified in P1, followed by Hennes, P2, Becky B, P3, BTFU, P4, Dragonbone, P5, Maximum B, P6, Otic, P7, Stryfium, P8, Red Hornet P9, Max Penner P10, Gauzy Egg P11, and Racer 33 rounds out the top 12. Make sure I get all the telemetry information up. I'm going to put position change up first. Hopefully the stream's not going to be too choppy. Looks like it is. Apologies about that. And yeah, can you see the session?
Almost.
Okay, that's fine. Well, you'll jump in anyway. It'll be a problem as a spectator, if you can. So they're just about to get ready to get underway. Hopefully we won't have any glitches, and we should have a race start. We had glitches basically with a host migrating, so not a failed race start, just a failed to even get into the race. So look out.
Timing.
Yeah. Look out on your right then for the Macau, and then headers to your left in the McLaren, and watch out for Becky B at the start as well. So the lights are going to be almost go. There we go. We got a good clean start then. A good clean start too from Hennes and Becky B as I expected. Watch out for the McLaren of BTFU trying to slot up on the inside there. But a few cars going through pretty cleanly. They're looking, yep, very impressive. Ferrari and the McLaren, they're battling it out there. Stryfium gained 2 places off there. Looks like the Ferrari Maxim B is going to try to get around the outside of the inside here. Diving up if he can make a stick of good exit. There's a bit of an end plate loss from the AlphaTauri behind him. BTFU still manages to regain in front.
Yeah,
Further
the second
positions.
Ferrari that got Z bogged down at the start.
Are you in now?
Yeah.
Excellent. That's good. So Macau has managed to regain the lead of the race there, just keeping on that pressure there from Hennes and Becky B. Also Racer 33 gaining 4 positions off the start. And he's going to gain another one right now. That's number 5, up P7. Stryfium made a little bit of a problem, an error, going a little bit too wide around that. It's cost him some time, but he's going to come back right now.
Someone's going into the pits. Oh, they're trying the inside.
Yeah,
Now
that
he's
was
going into the pits. That's different. Stryfium, yeah.
Stryfium, yeah, I think he had some end plate damage. That's right, he did, into the first corner. Ferrari behind there looks like it's putting a run 3 abreast into the first corner. As you can see, the Ferrari, the Renault, and the Red Bull I think I might have just missed that. Who gained out of that one? Looks like the Red Bull got through there. Otic.
Got a bad exit though. The Renault's all over him. He's got no straight line speed. There's no DRS on this lap. I was thinking about it, but he backs out. Trying to set himself up for the second straight. He can just use his deployment, but he can't.
Oh, we have a
The Red
change
Bull's
at the lead there,
pulling away.
bud. Becky B and Hennes. Becky B has managed to get past Hennes, or has he? They're going to be wheel to wheel. Where are they? Through second sector here, about to approach into the third sector. And it looks like Becky B is kind of make a stick. What do you think about that one? No DRS, as she said, is
Managed
available.
to hold him off. Hennes tried it around the outside. Wasn't quite going to work.
So
This
now,
is a very committed track. Is this on strict corner cutting?
yes, it is strict corner cutting. I believe full damage.
Have to watch out for penalties then.
Yeah, penalty situations will certainly be. And I got a new penalty graphic I should be able to throw up later, as both Hennes and BTFU get the DRS down there. Well, I'm aboard with BTFU, as he's going to try to make a little bit of a move up the inside there of Hennes, but Hennes has just covered that off pretty well. DRS is now enabled again for both these two drivers. Actually, also the Ferrari behind. Probably go back to the Ferrari. You can see there's action up ahead. Becky B's kind of seems slowing everybody up right now after he just managed to get past Hennes, but can't seem to get that pace.
Letting the AlphaTauri get away.
Red Hornet.
1.8 second gap now to P2.
Red Hornet and Otic, Racer 33 actually, are battling it out for P7 and P8. So Red Hornet trying to go around the outside. He's going to have to lift. You can't do it there. And he did. Thought so about it.
Oh, someone's in the gravel. It's a Red Bull.
That's Otic. Exotic Otic. Yep. He was battling it out. I'm not quite sure what happened to his race, but that definitely would have been either a spin or some friendly wing tapping. Maximum B still not be able to do too much about gaining on BTFU, as BTFU is on the back of Hennes now. Becky B kind of starting to pull away a little bit, but I think the pass from Red Hornet and Racer, that is Red Hornet up into P7.
Kind of split up into two groups now.
Certainly has. Well, we're obviously with
look on
Macau's
the
kind
track
of
map.
running away with it all at the front. But this little three-way battle that's occurring. It's almost a four-way battle, actually, if you go back behind Becky B, who's running currently in P2 at the moment. Then you have Hennes.
Oh, Hennes gone wide. It's giving BTFU the run down the main straight. BTFU moves up to third position.
It's unfortunate for Hennes after qualifying in P2 at the moment. He's dropping down the positions. As you can see, he's dropped down 2 positions to P4, and he's going to be under big pressure from the Ferraris very soon as well. And not to mention the racing point of Dragon's also going to get into this mix as well with the DRS range, and you go a little bit further back down to Red Hornet. So, I wonder why Hennes is having a bit of an issue right now. BTFD has got, since he's got past Hennes, he's setting purples at the moment, so he wants to catch up to the back of Becky B, just slipping a little bit out of the DRS range right now. Lap 5 of 36. Joined in the commentary box very late last minute. But I only asked him very, very late last minute because unfortunately Jim Bob was joining me earlier, but he had a lot of technical issues and he could not continue broadcasting with me. But thank you very much, Burb. That's Burb. That's in the commentary box. You flew in very late. Got your test done here in Austria.
Sorry. There's a DRS train down the second straight now.
Yeah, so as a driver,
Everyone's close, but
what are you
not
choosing?
close
Just to
enough.
try to play a long game here, a bit of a strategy, just hang with this group there, or try to really just...
I think just try manage your tyres and not get penalties, honestly. Because these are on the soft tyres, it's a track that'll wear them down very quickly. If you can keep your pace up and not get penalised, I've seen people jump up to P2 from like P8 at the end of a race. So if you can just keep the pressure on but not get pressured yourself is a big advantage in that. We see there BTFU getting a 3-second penalty, so
There you
point
have
in
it.
case, or case in point.
I'm going to pull up the penalty information
Something to
live
wake up.
overlay. Becky B must have had a connection issue because he's joined and rejoined. So at least he's back. He had the AI
holding
driving his car
P2.
probably for a little bit. What's the penalty situation as you can see
Not
there
much
right
longer
now?
though.
Let's have a look at...
BTFU very late on the brakes, tries around the outside and sticks a move on the AI.
Yep, that's AI of Becky B. I wonder if he's going to rejoin that
Oh wait,
car.
no, scratch that. What just happened there? BTFU's back in the car.
Yep. Here's your driver penalty situations. I'm going to go on board with all these drivers you can see there. BTFU, 3 seconds time penalties. Macau has 3 seconds time penalties as well in the lead, but he's got 4 seconds at the moment, and those penalties might come into play later. The top 3 are penalties. Let's go back to maximum. B does a little bit of a slow update for the penalties. You can see on the screen there, 0 for Dragon B. Not gaining or not losing,
Okay.
starting P5, and at the moment
I wasn't having a stroke. BTFU did overtake Becky B, but Becky B then lagged and glitched backwards in the pack. So I was wondering where the car disappeared to for a second.
I think we're having these little
It
bit
seems
of
to be back on board though.
technical glitches that we seem to have.
Yeah.
Usually at lap 2, but that occurs not on lap 8. So it's still this train is forming here. Have we seen pit stops? No, of course. Racer 33 has started on the mediums, so that might be a good strategy. Can obviously go deeper into the race. The 2 people have boxed already.
Dragon, 2/10 to the Ferrari. Oh, goes defensive, has to take the outside line. Oh, breaks into him almost, pushes him out. Oh, is he going to try doing the car? He bumps him off, he Verstappens him.
That means Becky B's going to try to make a move as well. He's sniffing a bit of
he's
this
having another
action.
look. Oh, can he go lay on the brakes? He does, he goes to the inside, but oh, it's too many into one corner. Becky B comes back.
That's
Where did he come
Maximum B.
from?
Yeah. That's Maximum B dropping 2 places in the Ferrari just in a couple of corners. So he just picks up a time.
Yeah, it was
penalty there.
absolutely ruthless. I don't know if he damaged his wing or anything. He just stuck it in there.
I think-
I think it would get a penalty for that, maybe, if
Ooh.
it was the real thing, but...
Why was Racer 33 going really slow? He must have had an illegal overtake with Red Hornet because he's allowed Red Hornet to go back there past. So that action occurred while we were watching that other action up ahead.
Yeah, I wonder if one of them went off the track after they got bumped and it goes to yellow.
I'd say so. So now these guys can get up. There's a seriously good pace at the moment. When, as you're looking at Maximum B, it's currently 7 seconds, 7.6 seconds off Macau at the front. We can go on board with that graphic as well. I also have that gap to leader graphic. Got all the fancy tools today. As you can see, gap to leader plus 7 seconds. That's all live update
Dragon,
there. Yep.
side by side, takes position, easily done with the DRS, but he locks up. I think the Ferrari just went into the back of the Williams there for a second. Don't think he got any damage though. Some nice battles going on here. Austria always provides good racing.
It does, doesn't it? As Racer 33 still trying to bring it back further too. The Red Hornet. To go back to that action. If I hit the right key. Let's have a look
I
at...
just find it interesting how the non-dedicated New Age Formula 1 tracks provide better racing than the dedicated ones do. I mean, we see some Tilka tracks. This isn't a Tilka track, I don't think it is, but we see some dedicated F1 tracks that just don't deliver good racing, like Russia. But then, you know, we go back to places like the Nürburgring that deliver,
That's true.
and then places like Austria.
Pretty
as
short
well.
track this one too. 4.3 kilometers. Sorry about that. We do
Yeah.
work in a metric system everywhere else in the world. So, doesn't look like Henna's going to be able to do too much about BTFU, who's up into P2. And then you have the, well, this is the BTFU train of Henna's, Dragon Ball, Becky B, and we're on board with Maximum B. Lots of Bs. And then a little bit further back, 10 seconds, you have with the Hornet. And there's a battle here at the back there between the last 2 places. Oh, God, I keep hitting the wrong keys. My apologies. And that's Stryfium past Otik, or is it? Otik has got those 5-lap soft tires versus medium. What do you think about the speed pace you're going to get between mediums and softs around this track?
I mean, fresh mediums are always going to be better than one overheating softs, aren't they? It's just how it is. I mean, especially oh, Red Hornet just went a bit wide there, clipped too much of the last turn's curb. I think he got a penalty, yeah, as well. He took too much of it, cut the corner, ruined his line as well. That's allowed Racer to get up all over him now. He'll have the DRS down the second straight.
Yeah, let's have a look at...
Oh, he's gaining very quickly towards the end. Is he going to late brake? No, backs out of it. But he tries to sneak it in. Lifts off the brake just a bit, and he's inside. And he's set the position. That's P7 now.
I mean, those soft tyres are starting to fall off the cliff a little bit now for these drivers as the mediums are coming to life.
Yeah.
That's Racer chose to start on those tyres, and he can work at gaining. Now let's have a look as we're going to go on board with him. And I'm going to pull up the graphic there. For his gap to leader right now is 19.4 seconds. You're looking at about a pit stop. Well, you've got 3 seconds penalties. You're looking at about a pit stop of 18 seconds here in Austria. So he's going to be very, very close to Macau if Macau boxes anytime soon. See, that strategy is going to pay. The only driver choosing to start on that alternative medium strategy.
Dragon has a good run. It's Mercedes on Mercedes almost, if you think about it. Goes up to the inside. The Williams are having a little look as well. Oh, he goes a little bit deeper. The Mercedes comes back and cuts back into him. Who's going to have the DRS though? It's the Mercedes, and he's got the inside line, so he's going to out-drag the Racing Point. And he pushes him, squeezes him just a bit to the outside curve. Oh, and he pushes him too much, and he locks up. That's all. So Williams to have a look. Oh, a little bit squirrely, but he manages to keep the position and not lose too much. That could have really cost him at least 2 positions there. So very well held. Yeah, well, I think that was Henna. Yeah, Henna very aggressive and.
Oh yeah, Henna's is he's a very defensive driver. He's
yeah. I mean, I feel that I've done similar. He's still on him though. He's managed to keep, like I say, not lose any positions and keep it. Oh, Hennis goes wide. He's made that mistake before. He's going to have the DRS down the main straight, and he's got the inside line into the corner. Hennis really going to have to think about how he's going to cut back because he will have the DRS going back down the other straight, so he can get his position back.
Four-way battle. There's a Ferrari. A Ferrari trying to get in the middle of this. We're going to have to go on board with the Ferrari so we can see all the action up ahead.
All the time that these guys fight, it's just costing the time. It's 4 cars trying to get into one corner. Oh, they're all taking it very nice and neat, queuing just like the British do.
And the Ferrari's past Becky B, I think. Yes, he is. But they both going to have the DRS.
Got the DRS. And here he comes. He's going to have the inside again. Oh, can he stick it around the outside? There is grip on good parts of that track because that is the racing line. But Henna manages to keep it. Could he sweep into it? Yes, he does. Fully committed. Makes Dragon break.
Look at the way he's just
putting on his car. Very nice.
Car in all the right places, isn't he?
Yeah, he's doing an outstanding job of keeping this place. Oh, a little bit of psychology there. Dragon peeking at the inside line,
Becky B's
trying to throw Henna off, thinking he's going to dive for it. Oh, Henna's losing it. Oh, he's managed to keep it, but once again, he's having issues with that final exit curve. And Dragon gets through, but again, though, it's going to open up the DRS for Henna on the second straight, and he's going to allow him to just come back, and he's already got it.
Yep, we're going to go on board with the Ferrari so we can see the battle up ahead.
Absolutely squeezing him.
Oh, no, Hennis does not want to give it up, does he? He's like, no way, Jose, you're getting past me, sir.
Oh, but Dragon's got the DRS this time. I think that might be job done. Yeah, it is. That was very hard fought.
I like to see these guys boxing at the same time and see this pit stop battle between them. And that's Racer.
Henna's not having a good time with that final corner.
Racer 33 and the Hornet are battling there behind, but that's Racer 33 once again on those medium tyres just doing it. So our race leader Macau is boxing. He's had enough of those 13 laps, shall we say 14 laps. He's going to be followed in by BTFU. Who's going to be the game? Who's going to be the risky one to stay out further? And that looks like Dragon is the one that's going to stay out.
Henna boxes, Dragon stays out, yeah.
Yeah, let's have a look at how close this
allow Henna to actually get back ahead.
I want to see where Racer 33 is going to come out to Macau, who's exiting the box now and chosen to go on the hard tyres, and he will still remain in P1. As you can see, Racer 33 there, but Racer 33's got the Red Hornet right behind him.
a crucial outlap for Henna, because if his pace is any bit better than it was on the soft stint, which he needs in order to obviously keep up position, he can possibly overcut Dragon, I believe, or undercut. Yeah, undercut because he's boxing first, isn't he? So
let's have a
yeah,
look.
this is a crucial outlap for him.
It is.
A crucial inlap for
Henna's
Dragon,
gap
so-
to leader right now is 18.9 seconds. He's got to get it within under 18 seconds for those Dragonbone to box. Or that's the leader Dragonbone at the moment. Mikhail
Dragon
obviously.
goes in.
Yep, there he is. So let's keep an eye on this and see what sort of pace Henna's can do.
Locks up into the pit lane, but I think he kept it clean.
Yep, still changing those tyres on the racing point.
And around the last turn, but he goes wide again. He's having issues with this final corner. It's going to be close. It's going to be very close. He's going to have the run regardless, and he's done it. He gets past the racing point.
There you go, just by hooking up that
Will he get
outlap.
a toe? Oh, it looks like he's going to get a toe. He's going to think about it. He's going to have cold tyres though, and he's going to have a lot more grip.
And these guys have just like,
Ferrari
even before
joining
the
in as
pit
well.
stop, haven't it? They've been battling it, and they're all, once again, after the pit stop, still all one, side by side, all together, line of stern.
Mercedes going to have another look. Is he going to try it around the outside? He's got that extra grip. There's no space
Oh, the
there.
Ferrari of Maximum B
Don't know
tried
where
to
he
send
went.
it up on the inside, just a little bit too far back. That's cost him a bit of time. I think he's got all those important parts still attached to the car. I think Becky B's gained a
Credit
lot.
to Dragon though. Even though he lost out in the stop, he managed to keep it cool on cool tyres. So it'd probably be very easy to lose grip and spin when you're under pressure from someone with warmed up mediums. I'm surprised, honestly, Henna didn't manage to keep that position.
Yep, some absolutely exciting racing, isn't it? So we're only just over the halfway point. I'm sure it's very late for you. If you're feeling tired, you need to leave. By all means. You don't.
That's fine. I've woke up a bit now.
You have
PCFU
waken up, a bit of racing to wake you up.
took into the outside on the hard tyre. Takes a position back into P2.
It's amazing, isn't it, how the difference between a hard tyre and 16-lap mediums would feel to the drivers. So that means now Becky B should be able to come up to teammate. Will there be team orders between the Williams driver, or will Racer just put up a challenge and do a Sebastian
round two, isn't it?
Vettel,
I'd like him
Mark
to race.
Webber?
Oh, what round is this season?
I don't sure the round. Actually, I don't have the round information up, unfortunately. Just on the says season 2. So I think it's a few rounds in. If anybody in the chat knows, please let us know. So here's the two Williams drivers.
No quarter given that.
Should be an easy pass for Becky B, right? I mean, there's no point in fighting. They're both on different strategies. Racer 33 still has to box, running 17 laps on those tyres. And at the moment, a 108.3. Becky B is a 106.6. So losing 2 seconds a lap, there'd be no point in fighting your teammate. Becky B wants to get on with it. He
He's
wants
got
to
the
catch
job done.
BTFU because he's going to have those mediums, whether he can make those mediums go to the end. That's a bit of a tall order. What do you think?
I think I don't think he's going to catch the race leader, honestly. I think all the time wasted fighting each other, from second to fourth, I think it was that little train. It just allowed him to pull away. And I've seen it before multiple times at Austria. People get into these DRS trains, and if the leader breaks out, they have a consistent pace and they're able to get away. That's pretty much the race wrapped for them if they can keep it up. Because they just can't catch up with the short lap times. And the tyres make an influence, yes, but again, it's about consistency, and penalties will decide a lot. So I haven't seen many for Mikau. I think I've seen a couple, but
Yeah, speaking of penalties, I'm pulling some up there at the moment with Racer 33, as you can see on the screen there. Racer 33 has 3 seconds penalties. We go on board to looking at Macau. Macau does actually have 6 seconds penalties, and looks like he's invalidating his lap, so he might get another one. Still showing 6 at the moment. He's got an 8.4 second lead, but he'll be very aware of that. Jeff would be informing the cow, Mr. Australia, that now Becky B is getting very, very close now to BTFU, as expected with those fresh medium tyres versus those fresh hard tyres.
yeah, this is a critical time for him in his stint because he needs to clear him as soon as he can. Because if he falls back, is he going to one stop on these mediums? Am I right in thinking that? Is that the risk he's taking, or is he going to have to stop again?
Not quite sure. It'd be interesting, isn't it? Depends on how kind he is on his
Because
tyres.
if he can go to the end on these medium tyres, I'm pretty sure he'll be able to clear BTFU. But when I say it's critical he passes now, it is critical. Because the longer he's behind him, the more he's going to wear up his tyres. And if he does get past him, he'll be caught again. Because BTFU's tyres will last longer. So he needs to clear them now, pull out a steady gap, and then manage that gap when BTFU's tyres come more into effect as Becky's tyres drop off. He's got the DRS now. BTFU's got no help at all in front of him, so he's going to have to hold off using his overtake and manage that. Austria is not a kind track when managing your ERS either.
And the beauty of it too...
Just gets a bit of a swapper on.
He does. As Racer 33 and Dragon are battling it out, they won't have to go back to that one. Penalties are coming
People
in thick
the chat
and fast.
saying the mediums will make it.
Okay. Thank you very much there, Funky Cactus. Is that Racer 33 still managing to hold the Dragon off? But I think we're going to have to go on board with the Becky B action up ahead, but because this is a battle potentially for P2.
Yeah, I'm not sure where they went hards either. It's a bit of a confusing thing. If mediums can easily go to the end, maybe they're thinking that the tyre wear will be higher, or they'll be able to come back if they do get overtaken. But again, we're seeing now Becky B is really, really on the back of him now, and it's just going to be wearing BTFU's ERS down. And he's right on the back of him. Has to pull to the inside. Striffham's going to be in the way as a back marker though.
Yep.
Late braking, can he get around the outside? Got that extra grip? Yes, he can.
Yep. Striffham gets out of the corner.
Gets out of the way.
Yep. He's being lapped down now, running dead last, not having the race he wanted. Sorry, the fans out there. That was Tiger.
Both had DRS, so managed to keep that place. So now, yeah, he has to manage that gap and make sure his tyres don't drop off, and he's essentially got P2 sealed. I could probably make a dent on Mikau's lead, but I don't think it will be anything significant. Again, it comes down to penalties towards the end.
All right, so further back in the field there, that's the Mercedes from Hennes who started P2 in this race, losing a couple of positions after a lot of fighting, and now he's on the back of Racer 33. Should it only be a matter of time. Racer 33 pulling 20 laps on those mediums, still has to make a pit stop, which will drop him further back down the field, probably coming out around P8, P9. Once he makes his pit stop, that's Racer 33 making his pit stop. Hennes already made his pit stop, and he's just made the pass on the Racer 33. Not too much you'll be able to do, can you, defending on 21 lap mediums? It's costing Hennes some time too, Dragon.
A lot of drivers. Yeah, he's just struggled there onto the
I don't think Race has given up yet. Sorry to cut you off there.
No, he hasn't.
He has not given up.
Yeah, he got a...
Oh, yeah, he's gone
Hennes
too wide.
struggling on the curbs again. In turn one, he struggled on the curbs and got a swapper on and allowed Racer to come back. But obviously you can see Racer's tyres are just gone.
Yeah, he couldn't keep it on track anymore, could he? That was it. Let's have a look at Hennes' time penalties there. 9 seconds too, so all this racing is costing him penalties, as you know. You're racing wheel to wheel with people, and around Austria, it's very easy to cut those corners and very easy to get those penalties. Further back in the field, let's have a look at this. So we run through that. Mikau's kind of just having a little bit of a race by himself. Probably got some iTunes music there on in his ears. Listening to some AC/DC or something as he's driving around the track. I'm not sure what Mikau's music is that he likes. BTFU now 7 laps, dropping a little bit to Becky B. Becky B now has got to get a move on. Let's go on board with Becky B, because if you look at Becky B currently at the moment, Becky B, as you can see on the screen, has 0 time penalties. So Mikau does have 6. As we're going to go on board with Mikau and see those time penalties. So that's going to be interesting. Mikau knows it with Jeff, and Becky B also knows it. So Becky B 8 seconds, and obviously on those mediums. And I think, as you said there before, Burb, that Becky B is probably just like, because we're only on lap 23 of 36, so still plenty of racing to go. Just nursing those tyres and trying to maintaining that gap a little bit, but not pushing too hard. But he seems to be pushing because he's gaining about 4/10 a lap.
First driver since 10-15 laps ago to actually get the gap under 8 seconds now. So he is making that indentation we talked about. There's some people in the chat echoing the comments I made earlier about keeping it penalty free. So that's going to be critical for everyone at the top now. Because Austria keeps the field so close, you can make up so many positions
And
just by keeping your race infraction free.
That's exactly right. Thank you very much out in the chat there too for giving me some information. Once again, thank you, Bird, for stepping in last minute and helping me in the commentary box. Always a pleasure to be commentating with you. I think it's about third time now we've done it. Racer 33 finally has boxed, and that's the reason why he went really long on those mediums, because he just decided I want the softs towards the end of the race. If he can make those softs go to the end, should be able to now. And watch out for Racer 33's pace.
Will be like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could get some faster slaps in there unless someone decides to pit towards the end of the race and just take it anyways.
I'll be back in just 1 second there, as we'll stay on board with Racer 33. Don't see much other action. Yeah, just give me 1 second.
Becky's gap to the leader, Mikau, has gone up to 8.1 seconds now, so struggling just a bit to keep up with the pace of the lead car. Racer on these fresh soft tyres probably going to start catching the drivers ahead of him relatively quick. He's got, who do we have ahead of him? We have Red Hornet. He has a fairly significant gap though to P6, so he'll probably catch Hornet, and at least on track it might be a big ask to get any higher than P6 for his race. Oh, almost goes into the back of him. That was very close. Got that extra grip, that extra commitment. He's going to have DRS. He's going to go around the outside, which then turns into the inside line, my bad. Makes it stick very easy. He's got all the grip in the world he needs, so he's got that position hooked up nicely. But the Alfa Romeo is going to have the DRS. How much of the overtake button is he going to use? Is he going to try and fight it that much? No, he's not. He knows that he can't win this battle in the long term, and lets Racer go.
That's right. Thank you.
13 seconds to P6 now.
So further up, what do you think strategy-wise anybody could do? And for Stryfium there, fan favourite, running in P12. Let's give him some screen time, as it looks like at the moment he is moving out of the way just to let Dragon slide through, doing the polite thing, but being lapped again.
Doesn't seem to be having a good time. His ERS seems to be suffering as well.
Let's have a look at his penalty situations at the moment as well.
Racer sets fastest lap and takes a full second out of the gap to P6 in 1 lap. I have a feeling these soft tyres are going to burn out long before he can catch up to P6. I think he could potentially catch them. It depends if Maxim's tyres drop off. He definitely won't catch Henna's, I don't think.
His gap to the leader currently, as you can see on the screen there, is 35.3. He has 3 seconds penalties. But yeah, we'll have the fastest lap. Shoot in the bag, unless somehow somebody can build a big gap. There's no way I don't think Mikhail or Becky B can build up big enough gap to anybody else. Henna's doing pretty good still after having lots of battles. Let's go on board with Henna's. I think the only problem with Henna's is that he's got a few penalties there. Let's pull that up there. He's got 9 seconds penalties from Mr. Henna's. I'm going to go through the penalties actually. I'll also keep it on the screen there. As when you go back behind Henna's, that's the Maximum B running in P6, and he has 3 seconds penalties. Let's get it on board with Dragon. That's the racing point. It'll update the driver penalty situation, which is 6 seconds. It's a little laggy to update. Give it a second to do that.
I'll have to keep
BTFU
keep
is on 6 seconds as well. Yeah, sorry, Edmund?
Keep an eye on Racer towards the end of the race. He's absolutely annihilating this gap to P6. I do still wonder when it's going to drop off. These are the soft tyres after all. Yeah, 10.5 seconds now from 13 like a lap or two ago, so he's pretty speedy right now.
Yep, 35.4 seconds. 3 seconds penalties is quite good, I would have to say. But obviously what's even better is how somehow Becky B, as the only driver on the track to avoid getting any penalties. Most drivers are actually getting the 6 and 9s of penalties right now.
Yeah, well, this is it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Keep it clean.
Yeah. And he's got to have those tyres.
He's currently on the back of Becky now. His hards have come back into play.
Okay, let's go on board there. BTFU, that's the Renault driver. The McLaren driver. My apologies. I keep thinking that. Thinking
You're
of
50% right, Renault engine.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Ricardo, because Renault going to McLaren. So there's the gap to lead it to for BTFU, and there's the penalty situation. So he has 6 seconds. He's parred with
We
the
talked
penalty
about this
situation.
earlier, didn't we? He'll get ahead on the mediums, which he did, and he's going to have to manage that gap, and he's trying to. But now BTFU, his hards are worn up. He's in the rhythm. He's in DRS. As we discussed, he's going to come back at him, so he's going to have to be very.
I think I have to
careful
drop
about
down
how
to
he manages these last
the
7
Red
laps.
Bull there, P10, as it looks like he's going to get Otic. He's got just a couple of laps fresher, gets past Mexican Penna. So that's the Red Bull slotting into P9, getting some crucial points. So we'll go back to the McLaren driver of BTFU, see what he can do about Becky B. Becky B's just like on that little tyre saving strategy at the moment to try to bring it home towards the end with the 7 or 8 laps that we have remaining around the the forests. Is it the Ardennes forests? No, Austria. No, yeah, that's Belgium.
Yeah, Ardennes in Belgium or France, I forget which.
Yeah. Keep an eye on Racer's pace still. Let's have a look. In comparison, Racer's pace, last lap, a 106.6, but Mikau's last lap was a 106.8. And Becky B matching that same pace, a 106.8 as well. Just a little bit faster than we can see on board of BTFU, a 106.6, and behind him, Dragonbone, a 106.2. So, I wonder if Racer...
Much like I mentioned, I'm not expecting Racer to get any higher than P6. He can maybe catch Maxim if his tyres drop off. But again, Racer's tyres are also going to drop off the out of the softs, so they don't last much time at all. They could possibly catch him, though. I mean, he's down to 8.5 now from 13 several laps ago, so...
Ooh, a bit of an oversteer moment there as he got pretty close to the back of Becky B.
Yeah. Becky's not really holding on to those mediums as much as he probably should have.
It's also crucial for Becky B because does he really want to let BTFU, even though he knows that BTFU, he should know that BTFU has 6 seconds of penalties, however, he doesn't want to lose too much time to Macau because he could beat Macau if he can get within that crucial 6 second range at the moment, currently 9.3 seconds behind. So Becky B for the win has been called.
He could potentially let BTFU go and let him get a tow, but again, that could still lead to them fighting and being too close on track, losing time. As you say, that it's costing them precious seconds down to up to 9.3 now from 8 seconds, which was average for most of the race. So all this is helping, really, is Mikau.
It is. Certainly is the Australian driver. We're set to win another one. Here it is here.
Oh, BTFU lifts off the brakes. Very, very aggressive to the inside, but Becky's going to make it stick on the outside. That is the racing line, that's where the grip is. But he's got the DRS, so he's going to keep it down the inside, keep it pinned, block him off from making a switch back, and there he's got the position.
I don't think those medians will be falling off
So
the cliff
now-
just yet, right? To not be able to
I don't
mount.
think they're falling off the cliff, but I feel like potentially, depending on his setup, they could either be overheating and struggling for grip with the understeer. BTFU maybe is just more comfortable now that his hards are warmed up, and he's just got a good race pace. You can see like the little gap in those few corners is already pulling out. So understeer on this track, at least for me when I've driven it, is a huge issue. If you can't get your car working right, you burn up your tyres, you can't turn in, you lose just so much time over the course of one lap. So I think maybe that's where he's gaining the advantage now.
And if there's enough time to pull a Lando safety car out. There's the debate that's still probably raging a little bit there about whether or not that was deserved a full safety car, because you could see clearly where he parked the car. You could it's almost like what happened with the other race, remember, as well, where they couldn't somehow back the car up.
Yeah, with Formula 1 car, it depends what position the gear is left in. It also depends if it's on fire. It depends if the car has still got
it was on fire, I
electricity
believe,
running
too,
through it,
right?
all these factors, yeah.
So
there's a lot of factors that determine how they can move a car. There's also the fact if they have to bring a crane anywhere remotely on the track, because don't forget where Lando parked his car. It wasn't directly in the line of fire, but if a car had lost it, corrected it, spun the other way, they could have easily gone into where the marshals were. So I'm not surprised it was a full safety car. I think a VSC could have worked just as well, don't get me wrong.
That's true, yeah.
They don't take these
But then
risks
again,
anymore.
it did spice things up, didn't it? Bring the safety car in, at least for
Oh yeah,
entertainment.
100%. I'm glad they did.
And then, it's true.
I think there's something in the back of their head.
Because, you know, as we know, unfortunately had lost that driver in Japan because he had hit the tractor. And Martin's obviously very, very aware as well as that too, because when he was racing Martin Brundle, you know, he'd hit a Marshall as well, and almost collected a tractor himself at that point, where there was a collector.
Yeah,
I think that was many years ago. So yeah, they're not taking any chances now, which is good, because these, you know,
It's
these cars
a hard
are
call to make.
the cars are designed to, you know, to crash into barriers and other cars on the track, but not designed to crash into heavy, thick tractors.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think obviously now
Or even
the
each other,
Halo
as we
might
saw
have,
in Formula 2.
the Halo might have actually could have potentially saved. What was the driver's I can't remember now.
I think it was Russell,
No,
Belgium.
no, the driver that
With
lost
the
his
tyre,
life
or-
in Japan.
Oh, Bianchi.
Bianchi, yeah. Perhaps a Halo might have saved his life. Well, I'm sure the Halo will be saving his driver's life. Yep.
With how they're structured and designed, I think definitely it probably wouldn't have saved him from injury, but it probably would have saved his life from the hemorrhaging. Because from what I remember of that incident, the car went under the tractor after it hit it. So, yeah, it's it potentially could have saved his life, and I wouldn't be surprised if it would have. I think that I don't mind them anymore. I feel like for looks, it's a pretty stupid thing to complain just about the looks when they're there to serve a purpose. You know?
And they have already, haven't they? We've seen a few close calls that you would have it would have been very, very scary without the Halo.
Leclerc, Alonso, Spa 2018. We saw Russell almost get hit by the tyre from I think it was Giovinazzi. Yeah, Giovinazzi in Spa as well. There's been several incidents where we've had to look at this and go, oh my god, you know.
Certainly has. These drivers kind of just settled into their field right now that will most likely be finishing. I'm going to kind of run through the driver penalty situation at the moment. So I'm going to go on board with these drivers and try to get that penalty situation up there. Hennes has got 12 seconds of penalties, and he's boxing. Interesting call there. Let's go back to the Ferrari driver. This Ferrari driver has
John's in the chat.
6 seconds.
So the Halo wouldn't have saved him. I can probably see that. I mean, he's going into a massive piece of steel, isn't it? God knows how much speed he had. There's only so much. That's so it would have basically destroyed the Halo. Yeah, I suppose they have obviously a limit, a brake limit, what they can actually hold. So maybe he wouldn't. I don't know. Potentially, like I say, he could have got serious injury. Maybe he wouldn't have died from it, but it's obviously all in hindsight. It's unfortunate that it happened, but I think it paved the way for safer driving now. So,
well, let's not take it away from
Mikkel. I think that it's probably safe more
at the moment, because he's about to. He should be able to. Well, definitely win this race. As we're going to get on board with Mikkel for a second, just double check those penalty situations with him. As pull up the graphic there now for it. There he is, 6 seconds penalties for Mikkel, and obviously the gap to leader is 0 because he is the leader. And we'll check behind. We're currently in P2. BTFU with the 6 seconds penalties, as you can see, 11 seconds away from Mikkel. So Becky B is on for second position. There it is, 0 penalties for Becky B, and 11 seconds away from the leader. So not enough to pull it to Mikkel, but definitely enough to pass BTFU for the second slot. Dragonbone has 6 seconds as well behind. The other three, like Dragonbone, Maximum, B, and Racer.
Final corner though. Mikkel takes the win.
There it is, the Aussie.
Very, very commanding drive there. Didn't look back at all.
BTFU to cross the line, and only to get pushed down to P3 position. Dragonbone a little further down there. Crosses the line. These drivers should cross the line in these positions at the moment. Maximum B will cross the line in P5. Racer 33 after that different strategy. Does get the fastest lap. Get that additional point. Slots in P6. 4 seconds odd behind there. Hennes, unfortunately, after qualifying in P2, he's going to go for the fastest lap. He will get it. At least he gets some sort of reward for that. But he won't. I don't think
wasn't any higher than that. before he pit?
He did
Wasn't
box.
he higher than P7? That's a bit strange.
Yeah, that was P7. 12 seconds penalties he had.
Wow.
So,
Well, that'll be it then, won't it? So maybe he knew.
driver date will be Eraser 33. Different strategy. Eraser 33 was the one that started on the medium tyres. As Macau, come on, give us a shoey. At some point, Codemasters have to put that in the game.
Yeah, it's iconic now, isn't it? So I still can't believe he forgot Ricardo.
He didn't. Well, I think he really wanted to do. The two American drivers finished in P2 and P3. I think he wanted to give Coulthard. Was Coulthard the one that did the interview? I can't remember. He wants the interviewers to do the shoey, like he got Brundle to do it and so forth. I think he did a shoey off camera later.
He did, yeah. They asked him in the pen. He got interviewed and he looked shocked because he forgot.
There's your grid order as we'll run through the race results. Sorry, Macau almost got the trifecta. Didn't get the fastest lap. P1 from pole position, finishing first. Becky B into P2 with the penalties from BTFU. Dragonbone into P3. Maximum B into P5. Racer 33 with the driver of the day, obviously going from 12th to 6th. Headers unfortunately dropping from 2nd down to 7th, but gets the fastest lap, at least as a reward. Red Hornet, Mexican Penna, Otik, Gauzy Egg, and Striffin round out the top 12. So believe it or not, no DNFs at least, but lots of time penalties. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much, Bud, for staying up very late, coming in last minute to help out.
I'm awake now, so.
And yep, that was it. That was your PPR Esports Division 2 and Austria. So just click on the link to the website there, ppresports.com, to get all the information on when the upcoming schedule is and all the other racing that they do in the league. It's iRacing and Xbox as well as PC and so forth. So thank you very much, everybody. Have a good night. Keep racing, and we'll see you soon.
Cheers, guys.